Hello everyone, welcome back to the Goodwill channel. So first off, I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. A lot of us have been traveling and a lot of us have been celebrating this end of the year with our families. But this is also the perfect time whereby we go back and review for this one whole year. I have picked up some of the learning pointer and how we can improve in year 2026. So in this video, I'll be doing the same thing, which is review our financial portfolio from the beginning of the year till now. And also one of the things that I've done additionally is I go back to our 2024 portfolio review and then see whether I've learned what I've learned previously. And then on top of that, anything that I learned thus far. And once again, thanks everyone for tuning in. Since the start of the year, we have went through a lot of market ups and downs. And I'm really grateful that you guys have been following us. And I'm glad that most of us, our portfolio, I believe, is in green and then have been growing. So first off, I'd like to congratulations to all of you on the portfolio have been growing better than the market. Portfolio is not a short-term thing. We are building a portfolio for the long term. So these are all the videos that you have covered thus far. If you've missed out any of the video, not to worry, just go back to our YouTube channel, or if you are a well-past subscriber, you'll be in your exclusive portion in Goodwill community. If you are new to the channel, please click like and subscribe for this. All of the actions, the clicks are really encouragement to us. And one of the things that I would ask is, we find less than 20% of you guys who watch this video have not been subscribing to us. So please click a subscribe button. It's just a finger click away. And then with this encouragement, we can bring more our guest speaker or some of the entrepreneurs or even listed companies, chairman or CEO to share with us in this channel itself. So I went through a 2024 portfolio review. Actually, did I 100% learn what I've learned? This video is previously just open to our private community, but since then, I make it public. So if you'd like to go through that video itself, by all means, please do so. Since the beginning of the year, I've made a commitment to meet each and every one of you guys and our community. For those who are open and meet up with me, once again, thank you. I really love all the conversations that I have with you guys. And then I hope that in the years moving forward, we still have a lot of opportunities to arrange a meetup. Maybe you can just comment in the YouTube channels if you have my numbers. Just privately arrange and we can have a coffee. So this is my portfolio thus far. So this year itself, my portfolio grew by close to 36%. My percentage right now, I have a very two biggest stock holding in top of my portfolio. So add up to be close to 50% with the two stock itself. So what I've learned in 2024, I cut the losses of some of the losing company, capture opportunities when time comes, and then stick to a plan. So let's go through any things that I learned that helped me in 2025. First off, did I cut my losses? Actually, there's one company that have not been growing for close to 2 years in terms of like portfolio itself. So Salesforce have been, in terms of revenue, have been growing from double digit to a single digit. So it has not been growing in the AI days because it has slowed down. That's why I decided to do some switching, because one of the key portfolio characteristics that I don't have in my portfolio is all of the companies that I have must be or should be, or I want it to be a fast growing company. So any companies that their growth rates have reduced to a single digit, that's where I come to a decision point where I should switch. Instead, actually in 2024 itself, I started to have this idea to switch, but I didn't take much action to it. Only until last year, 2025, which is this year itself, I decided to do a complete switch. So when I switched the company itself, I also taking advantage of ASML getting a beating. So that's when I switched this company from Salesforce to ASML. And I guess this is not an easy decision to make, but I'm glad that I bite the bullet and then say I do it once and for all, take the action. Next is about capturing opportunity. So this year itself, I also take two so-called positions in Lemonade and also the Trade Desk. In actual fact, these are not my original idea per se, but I also learned from a community. Lemonade, straightforward, is an online insurance company. If you have not followed that, their major market is still in US. And then they started off with like a very interesting insurance idea. For example, rental insurance, pet insurance, and right now they are in also auto insurance. So these are the things that the company have grown along the way. But of course, why they're so great is because when they do all this online, they have cut down a lot of like middleman costs, and a lot of time insurance is about their loss ratio. They also able to reduce their loss ratio and make a profit from there. When we come to companies analysis, right, we look further into it. And also the trade desk. So trade desk, same thing, they get a lot of beating. And then right now, I just put in some investigative stake, means I put in some investment into the trade desk. And of course, while taking opportunity into investment opportunities, right? So if you are new in stock investing, or even if you already have a stock account, please do check out this new kid in the block, which is Longbridge. They are not as new, but they are relatively new in that sense. So that's why they're also giving good freebies to new investors. So they are giving up to 1318, depends on the tier and amount of money that you invest. But for the first 2000, you get 10% per annum interest boost. And with 3 trades itself, you can get more stock. Please check out this, the link. So I myself have put in 2000, then they will credit the 10%. So for me, because I opened up a month ago, so I get a 12%. So right now they revise it down to 10%. Within this next few days, they will close up the December Christmas gift. So please do so if you are intending to open a new stock brokerage account. I will create another video to go through step by step of how to use Longbridge. So stay tuned for the video itself. Subscribe to our channel, you receive that very soon. So the third thing that I learned in last year itself is really stick to the plan. I shared this in 2024 itself, but that time is just a few months. So I've been consistently following this plan for the last 1 year. So after 1.5 years, in actual fact, this is just a year-to-date result. So year-to-date result in hours is 16%. And for my Tiger account, which is my Young Sun account, is like 14%. So it's very simple. I set auto invest standing instruction whereby the fund will transfer into this account, auto currency conversions, and then straight away invest into the index. So all of this thing is really automated. There's no human emotion, there's no intervention in between. I can live day by day in my own job, in my own passion, and I let the machine, I let it run on its own cost. So this have reduced a big part of my worries previously, which is when should I invest in index? Do I invest when the stock price went downward a lot? But I find both has its merit. A benefit of sticking to this plan, which is auto invest, is really let go the human decision, the human interventions, and let the machine run by itself. This is really hard to do previously because high transaction costs and also previously high trading fees that involve. So with low trading fees, this makes much more sense at this current moment. So if you have not done so, please check out our old videos. One of the things that I also learned last year is like stick to the plan, right? So I have a plan whereby I want to generate option income. So every month I've been consistently generating option income. So last year itself, I generate close to US dollar 20,000 options income. So monthly is up close to Sing dollar 2,000. It doesn't cover like the average salary in Singapore, but I think it's good enough to start off with. When you set out a plan, that's when closely sticking to it for a year itself at least, then there's opportunity to review whether this worked for you or there's better way to work towards it. That's the time whereby I'm reviewing what I've done for the one last year, and then with that itself, what I learned and how can I grow further. So what I think that I learned like in 225 is really less is more. Although I'm making like 20,000 options income, right, in total, but some of the actions or some of the opportunities that I let go is really when I sell top, the stock went up ahead so much that if I didn't exercise the call itself or I didn't sell the options itself, actually I would have more paper gain. So this is the thing whereby I learned is if this is a growth company, a growth stock, yeah, I might make some options income, but in the end of the day, if I stick through it with the growth stock itself, I might make more paper gain, which is I might make 40,000 more paper gain. So these are all in US dollar term. I do make profits, but if I didn't, maybe I could gain more. Sometimes less is more. So just to sum up what I've learned in 2024 back then is cut the losses, capture opportunity, stick to the plan. I've continued to practice it. So next year in 2025, what I have to practice is really less is more. Only come into so-called options opportunity when the stock give me a good beating, and then when the premium went up so high that taking in sell stock options giving me opportunities, that's only then I take it. If not, looking at it every single month is kind of like I kind of felt like I could do better if I take less action. So this is my conclusion. So one of the inspiration that I get in life, especially this year, is by this Masahiro Hara. So Masahiro Hara is the so-called QR code inventor. QR stands for quick response. I didn't know know that the inventor of QR is this Japanese engineer, whereby he get this idea of creating this QR code is because they have trouble of scanning a lot of barcode. That's why he want to pack more information in this 2D QR code to help manufacturing process. And I was taught that if there's so many people scanning QR code, right, if every scan is like 1 cent, right, I believe he will have been a trillionaire or whatever air. But he give up this for free. What? So that's why I thought he's being very generous. He's being very valuable in some sense that create value to the world, that I very inspired. So that's where I want to review what I'm going to do next year, in a sense that how can I share with you guys more, not just in terms of value, in terms of like time span, but also in the end of the day, interactive session whereby not just listening through the session itself, you also can gain back from some activities or some discussion to get more stronghold on things that you like to get or you like to learn and build upon them. So one of the things that I'll be going to do next year is really consistent with our weekly YouTube video. So I've started this consistent weekly YouTube video mid of this year itself, which is July onward. And so much so that I'm running like YouTube live. But in terms of live sessions, I'd like to cut down in that sense, because I think YouTube itself, YouTube live, doesn't have a long tail effect. And I believe a lot of you guys right here are busy parent or busy in your corporate life and stuff. So a Tuesday evening might not ideal at this current moment. So that's why I think cutting down the frequency to just 2 sessions a year. With these 2 sessions a year itself, we can have more interaction and discussion. So I'll have this like weekly live Zoom session whereby we have live conversations. So it'll be discussion from what you have like shared in the YouTube video, and of course more Q&A session. So previously when Q&A session come, you say, you guys will say like, let's look into this company called AIM, let's look into this company called Trade Desk. Yes, I believe all of this have been covered. And then I would love not just a one-way sharing. I would like to have more conversation. So for example, what people are looking at Ferrari, is it just revenue growth, or how they continue to build their brand on grow their brand building journey? And then hopefully by the end of the 3 months itself, with this plan itself, you have better idea of the company, you have better idea to where to look for relevant information. And then when we do quarterly review, quarterly earnings update, when it comes to the same company, you know what are we looking at, why are we looking at certain like factors, and then in the end, if you're vested in it, how you can continue to build on conviction. So one of the things whereby we have been talking about is like, yes, you can know about this company, but it's hard to build conviction along the way. I guess building conviction is not just 1 or 2 day things. It's more like constantly review whatever we have been investing, or companies that you have not invested, why are we not investing? So in the end of the quarterly or even yearly, we can have better confidence on the things that we invest. And when we do portfolio review, that's when become more beneficial and useful. Why? Because we know what we are investing. So these are the videos that I'd like to cover thus far. So there will be one more video whereby we go through a goal setting video. How can I change my 2026? 2026 is a fire horse year. It's a very intensive, fast-paced changing year, even faster than what we experienced 2 years ago after the COVID growth year. And yeah, there's a lot of things that will be happening next year, but we have a clear idea, clear goal. It will be very beneficial. So in this video, I've write down some goals in my workbook, and when I go through again this video, I found that my workbook is lost. So some of the goals that I set previously, I already forgotten what's the goal. It's just an excuse whereby I have a kid, I have a family, but I think that's an excuse. So that's why this year I like to take more time to write down my goals and then to follow through it. When next year, when I come back to this video, I hope all of us, even you watching this video, after you write this goal, right, when we review together, we can celebrate. So if you have not followed us on WellPulse, this is a QR code link whereby you can redeem it for 1 month itself. Feel free to use this QR code to redeem it for 1 month. And if you'd like to share this with more people, moving forward, it's a bi-weekly session whereby we are reviewing not just our existing portfolio, we're also reviewing some of the investment opportunity that may arise. And through this discussion, how can we build our portfolio and build conviction in the things that we invest? If you are new to this, please feel free to subscribe to WellPulse. It's $9.90 per month if you like it after a month itself. And this is the QR code whereby you can get a 1 month complimentary. I hope that you love this video. And if you find this useful, beneficial, please subscribe to our channel, hit the like button, and comment what you'd like to watch moving forward. So that's all for this video. Thank you everyone for watching until this, and then I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye bye.